Yo, what's cracking? So I'm gonna try not to take too much time up on this video. And I was kind of waiting till I seen another trailer come out, and a couple days ago that's what they did. So I'm kind of here to just talk about this new Dragon Ball superhero movie. As if the names couldn't get stupider enough, huh? I never actually judge a book by its cover without giving it a chance, but the thing is with Super, that's a different story, because despite whatever story they give me, you already know how it's gonna technically go, even if they have like a hit or miss with a good couple thing. Overall, you just know it's still gonna be a bad thing. First off, I'm gonna talk about this animation because this shit is sad. Now, don't get me wrong, because I understand that it takes work and effort to get put into making any type of animation, but the thing is, you can't go from uphill to downhill. And what I mean by that is, do you see the difference between Broly movie and Dragon Ball GT show? The effort they put into GT, creating the anime wise, the work, the details, the lines, the layers, the colors, the depths, all that compared to what you seeing in the Super movie of Broly, you could tell how little effort they tried. Now, with that being said, keep in mind this is not a special, a little sideshow, nothing like that. This is an actual movie, meaning this should be your hardest work that you worked on. But you can clearly tell how little they tried to do. This is literally no difference from a video game. This is like basically paying to go watch a Kakarot game with a different storyline, which is what you already should be getting instead of the same Z story. But look at that compared to this. Now, do you see the difference in this movie? I'm not really gonna get into too much about how Z animation already was, because a lot of people should know already, but for the ones that don't, you can just see how much effort and creation is put into this alone. And this is a movie, like I said, meaning it's supposed to be harder than any other thing. I dare anybody to fix their lips and tell me that this don't look like it's straight out of a video game. This literally looks like it could be Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which is what I actually am waiting on. Another thing that really ground my gears was the characters and the character design, so I guess that's the next topic I'm gonna talk about. They didn't really change Bulma too much other than clothes she wearing, but at the same time, I don't really like her look, how they drew her in Super anyway, because it just takes away from her whole sex appeal with laziness art style, to be honest. Korn don't really look too different. Off this art style alone and how Krillin's new look is, I can already tell this is one of the things that's gonna make this movie shit, because bro, look at his whole fit. Look at the way he dressed. Look at the way his whole demeanor is. He looked like a damn fool. I already didn't like how he looked with his whole taco shirt in Dragon Ball Super, because he just looked like a fat lazy slob that went out of shape from being a martial artist, which he technically kind of was. But other than that, look at where he came from in Dragon Ball and how he was drawn up compared to how he looked now. And if you do that, then you'll see where I'm coming from with this whole weak ass animation that they trying to put on, bro. What better person to talk about next than Pan Red? I got a few things low-key that I want to say about her for real. And one of the things I probably want to say the most is I find it funny how y'all like to trash talk Pan and say she was one of the reasons GT sucked, yet is excited about this movie and seeing her grow in the timeline. That's real funny. Matter of fact, that's so funny, y'all could cue the laughter off of that one, because y'all fanboys be silly as hell. Another thing is, I can clearly tell that this movie is going to be based around Pan. With that being said, I hope that she doesn't get Super Saiyan. Not only in this movie, but in general, because she needs to just stick with the base form and just unlock her potential and just keep it going from there on a Gohan's daughter level. Because if you want to be technical, they specifically didn't give Pan Super Saiyan and GT for more than one reason, but one of them reasons being it don't suit her other than for fan service, and Super is known for fan service. So even if Super do decide to go down that road, I hope it's at least not in this movie. Stick to her just being on some basic stuff like Goku Jr. Just a little basic simple movie here and there with a couple little blasts or whatever y'all like to see, and other than that, just keep it like that. Speaking of GT Pan, I like how they did a little nod to GT calling it GT Heroes. That was dope, I ain't gonna lie. Not for the sense of, oh, that they shouting out for GT. It's just more in the sense of nostalgic purpose of showing homage to. Also, another reason Pan don't need Super Saiyan in this movie or in general is because in GT, if they gave her Super Saiyan, it would have literally made no difference in the slightest. From the beginning, people have already been stronger than Boo since real though. So with that being said, her having Super Saiyan would be literally nothing but just watering down the form to make it just garbage for real. Keep her in base, don't give her no transformations. Oh, and I also like how they nodded back to like mother like daughter with Pan being the way Videl was when Gohan taught her how to fly. Let me see. I done talked about Krillin, I done talked about Bulma, I done talked about Pan. I guess it only makes sense to talk about her grandfather next. Why not? The one and only Piccolo. Damn! Y'all shocked about that? Y'all thought I was gonna say him? Oh hell no! Nah, not when it comes to this man, because you already know this man is Gohan's true father. Yes, I'm one of those type of fans, and it's true. So why not talk about him next after his granddaughter? I'll get to the step grandfather after. Rumor has it that Piccolo was even in the delivery room with Gohan and Videl. Nah, I'm on Pan's grandfather. So starting off, I'm gonna have to say this. Please get this man some more roles in Super, because his acting career is clearly not going well. He started off endorsing shoes with Balenciaga and Gucci to wearing potato sack shoe in this movie. Clearly this man needs some more help. Help him out. He clearly spent all his money on his new house that I'm gonna get on later, but right now we are talking about his new look. Second of all, this man looks greener than green. Like, you know when they said the grass is greener on the other side, they clearly predicted this man in this movie, because that's what he is looking like. He is looking greener than what he seen Sable call the Powerpuff Girls. Anyways, he belong in the gang Green Gang. He already did, but now he look like he could be their leader for sure. First and foremost, they already ruined Piccolo's character numerous times in Super. Main one being where he lost to not hearing that bug. But anyways, I would like to say they did an outstanding job. Bravo. Let me get him a round of applause for that shit, because look, bro, I do not understand how they single-handedly ruined a character's character off nothing but a trailer. Now you're probably wondering, how did they single-handedly destroy a character by doing nothing but showing them the trailer? The reason they destroyed Piccolo's character is because they gave him a fucking house with a fucking mailbox. A lot of y'all new age fans gonna feel like I'm just nitpicking about random little shit. You playing it cause Piccolo got a house, so what? That's not a big deal, nothing like that. But that's the key word, y'all are new age fans versus me being the original fan. Let me tell you this, Piccolo having a house is nothing but something that destroys his character, because Piccolo is someone that lives in the mountains, that stays in the mountains. If he ain't in the mountains, then he on the lookout. Let me show you what I mean. Since Dragon Ball, Piccolo was raised in the wild. Not only was he raised in the wild, but he also grew up in the wild. At the age of 8, he became a responsible parent. When he taught his son how to be a man, he taught him in the wild. Even in Dragon Ball Super, they noticed that, which is why they put them in the wild training again for them 2 days. No, I'm not talking about Super Tien, because just like the same point that I'm trying to prove with Piccolo is literally the same concept with this. Tien wouldn't have no fucking dojo. Just like Tien and his son Clownface Kid, Mr. Mime, Chow's. The only place you will catch Piccolo is in the mountains for real. Training, chilling, being isolated, whatever. But Piccolo does not have a home. Piccolo does not have a damn mailbox. It's so much so recognized. Even Team 4 Star made numerous jokes in they show about Piccolo knowing the landscape and where the mountains, because it's so commonly known for Piccolo to be there always. You will always find Piccolo in the mountains. Things I'm curious about for the new homeowner Piccolo. Does he pay taxes? Does he have to worry about rent? Does he have lights and gas on? Is there water in there? Do other people get him mail? Does he even have an address? That was part of the mystery of Piccolo character on where he usually go, but now it's just adding more questions than answers. It don't really matter what type of mountains or where. Piccolo was always someplace in isolation for meditation, possibly sleep. The reason the only other place you would catch Piccolo at is the lookout, because he's fused with Kami, and since Kami is still a guardian of the earth, he is Dende's overseer. That was part of the agreement when they did combine. I done talked about Piccolo and Pan, might as well talk about Broly next. Broly. Knock off original Z Broly. So look, the only significant thing that I could see Super Broly playing a major role in this movie and being turning out good is if he is nothing but a distraction for Goku and Vegeta, meaning he is on just Beerus planet training while they are all out the way, and this movie just focuses on Pan and the main cast of the other Z fighters. That was the possibly good. Now the bad out of this whole thing is, bro, Broly movie ended 4 years ago by the time this movie come out, and he was never mentioned once other than one time in the manga, and they didn't show him doing anything at all. How the hell am I supposed to get excited about them bringing him back? For what reason? He already missed out on a lot of different stuff where he could have made a good impact into the story, but because they never actually talk about him or even show him every now and then, it's like, what's the point? Might as well talk about the stepdad, Goku next. Goku role in this movie in general does nothing but answer more questions than solve more answers. The questions: why is Goku drawn like this? Why is he still wearing this stupid ass orange fit? Who the fuck is these two motherfuckers? They look weak as hell. So we still won't see Goku and Vegeta make a growth in this timeline, because overall neither one of them had a training experience of the end of Z Saga with all the dumbass rookie mistakes they still making. Despite we training Goku and Vegeta in 2013, it is now 2021 going on 2022 by the time this movie come out, which means that's a 9-year gap of them still making the same dumbass rookie mistakes.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Speaking of Vegeta, why the fuck is he still wearing this pink shirt? That was supposed to be a one-time thing only for that one saga.
2 hours later.
Bullshit. And they better have Goten and Trunks finally grow, cause boy, talk about eternal youth. I'm also one for the wrong body. They better have them taller than Pan, cause if not, I'm going to Toei Animation myself and I'm gonna burn that motherfucker to the ground.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Clay Super is not gonna come back, if you want to be honest. They've been canceled for over 4 years now, and they ain't showed no signs of coming back. Just pop up with a movie or two. That's pretty much gonna be their whole role with the animation wise. From the hill, that